Yeah. Welcome back, YouTubers. Welcome back, Gunners. Yes, sir. Boy, I love you guys. It is hot as hell today. And I am taking Project Driver to go get a wheel alignment out in Jersey at Ivan's. And then we're going to go head down to the city. It's going to be a barn burner today. So, man, shoot me a year right now in the comments. I yeared you. I yeared you. So, without further ado, let me start mounting up some cameras. And we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to put this car to the limit handling-wise today. Let's see how much fun we can have. So, sit back and enjoy. Alright now. Alright guys. Alright guys. Alright. Alright, so Alright guys. Yep, alright guys. Alright, so okay boys. You got something to say, 40? Yeah. Hi. Filling up some corn before we hit this road. Man, this thing is tough. We might have to raise it, guys. This thing is really tough. We get some corn. Oh yeah. We get some corn and then we'll head to Jersey. We're in Jersey, Gunners. The car's riding real weird. I think it's too low also. I think the axles are starting to collapse inside the joint. So we'll check that when we get there. But ride was smooth here, no traffic. I'm almost at Ivan's, so can't wait to put this on the rack and see what's going on. Yeah, so Ivan's place is a little hard to see. You gotta wait till you see the Goodyear, and then you turn into this block right here. It's a dead end block. Look at this guy. Look at this Yankee. All right, champ. Messed up my clip. Yeah, you messed up my clip. Okay, make this right here. And he's at the end of this wall, and there goes Ivan, waiting for me. Oh, no, I'm coming. I'm coming. Pretty hard to do while vlogging. So back up. Good? Yeah.
No throw, no brakes, shut it off. No
What's
brakes.
up, my boy?
What's up, Ak?
Yeah, this is Project Driver, and I built this car to teach like the future of racing how to drive. So we've been doing tutorials and whatnot, and I decided to lower the car a little bit, and then I found a problem with the spherical stuff, so I swapped that over to hardened bushings. Yeah. But I still think it might be too low because I'm getting a little bit of an axle shake. So I'll show you when we go up, but this is Project Driver, yeah.
So when you say Project Driver, right, are you teaching people how to drag race with it or autocross?
How to drag race.
Oh, how to drag race.
Yeah, so
okay.
we released a couple of videos to where we show you how to preload, how to power shift, how to do a burnout, and then eventually when Trappy gets back from Wyoming, we're going to go to the track, put slicks on it, and then teach them how to drive at the track.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I thought you got into the SCCA autocross shit.
Yo.
I was ready to give this shit some camber, you know what I'm saying? And take some turns.
No.
I did not expect with our Triple Eights.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, nah, he's not drag racing. I think he's more doing motocross or something. Usually the guys will come with Mickey Thompson's, which is a softer compound. Yeah. You know, on a Toyo tire, the sidewalls are a bit harder than the Mickey, so you could really hook onto a turn.
Yeah. No, these actually grip really well, man.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Really well.
They do.
Yeah, let's get started. So Gunners, the first thing we're going to end up doing is just raising this car back up. Maybe a ½ an inch again. The rear's fine. We'll see how that looks. But I told him I wanted this car to also handle, so he's going to do some stuff with the handling too. So currently, right now, he's just raising up the ride height. Wheels back on, just a quick height check real quick. Definitely got, you know, it's definitely significant. So make this go back to its original. I'm kind of wondering if I should swap out some axles and then test lowering it again. So, but the axles look perfectly straight under there too. I'll show you guys in a sec.
All right, let's go.
What's up? Let me see that axle. Zoom in on that axle. Yeah, those axles are straight, man.
You know what it could have been? That they have to have, I mean, they have to have a slight angle to them. I mean, they can't be perpendicular because there's no free play in them. So now I see we do have a small angle to it, you see?
Yeah.
Besides the height for a street car, I think this is where you would want it.
Yeah, it's money.
Yeah.
Yep.
We already compensated, so we're gonna look at the numbers. This is our front camber. We're pretty much very close to zero. Half a degree on the right front. Negative 0.1 on the left front. We're gonna change all that. Caster, we're gonna try to change that. Obviously there's no adjustment for caster, but we do have the traction bar, so we're gonna try to pull and push very little, not much. As for the rear, we're at negative 2.3, negative 3.2. So we're not a stance car, right? So we're definitely getting rid of that. We're gonna fix the rear toe as well. Everything's completely off. So the first thing you wanna do, the first thing I usually do, right, just to make sure everything is on point, I'll go to make additional measurements. I'll go into wheelbase and track width. I just like looking at where my starting point. I'll look at the front and rear step back, which that's pretty much the position of the front wheels, one looking at each other. Axle offset, make sure by the time we're done it should be zero. These are degrees, so when we transfer it to inches, it's gonna be very close. Watch.
Gotcha.
0.1.
Yeah. So
you can't go too crazy either, right? But you gotta understand what you're doing. One of the most important things, wheelbase. We're at 102.8 on both sides. The car, the body, so far, on point. So that's good.
Yeah.
Very important. So now that I know the wheelbase is on point, let's have some fun.
Yeah. Show you guys here real quick. I was fixing that rear camber. Come around yonder. Like the screen there. Move that straight now.
Oh yeah.
Put that straight
You
down.
could also see it right there on the screen as we're moving it.
Yeah.
Look at that. 1.6, 1.4, 1.3. Another thing to remember, guys, when you're moving, especially on the Hondas and a lot of cars, when you move the camber, make sure you move the toe. Do not set the camber, lock it up, and then move the toe. A lot of times when you move the toe, the camber will change. Another thing to actually remember, which we're gonna show you guys, and these are just little tips and tricks. Once you set the camber in toe, I never lock it up. I just snug it up a little bit, recompensate, and get another reading. Because sometimes the suspension will bind, and the numbers you're actually looking at that you think that are right are wrong. So that's another thing to keep in mind, guys.
What's this step right here, Ivan?
All right, so pretty much camber and toe is all set. Everything's snugged, right? You're looking at the screen. Obviously, I don't have the numbers perfectly, but I have them close. The reason I'm not gonna put them perfectly, because I wanna recompensate, unbind the whole suspension, and see if I'm still where I need to be.
Gotcha.
Watch this. We're gonna lock the plates. You cannot forget to lock the plates. You cannot leave your turn plates loose when you're recompensating.
Yep.
Make sure everything's out the way. Now we're gonna go hit recomp real quick. 9 and 4, right? That's what it says. As for the front, negative 4, pretty much 0.1. Check this out. I'm at 6 and negative 1, 2. If I would have locked it up thinking I'm at 1 and 1,
it would have.
You're not at 1 and 1.
Really would have had right there.
That's what you really would have
now
had.
you go back again.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
This is why it's very important to recompensate and always unbind the suspension. As well as your rear wheels pretty much are gonna tell you where your front wheels are. That's why you always start from the rear. Look at the front. We were half a degree here, and over here we were at negative 0.1.
Yeah.
Completely changed.
Yep.
That's why it's so important. And I can't stress it. I mean, I get cars here from different shops that are supposedly amazing and great.
Yeah.
But I think this is the step they forget.
Right here.
You know,
This is most important.
This is recompensating.
Okay.
It doesn't take much. Did it take much?
No.
Not at all.
No. 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
Okay, so you compensated one more time.
One more time, absolutely. You could compensate as many times as you want. The idea is, you see I set the camber, not too worried about the toe because I didn't move it much.
Yep.
But this is what I want to see.
Perfect.
I put it at 1-1, I recompensated, I'm back at 1-1.
Nice.
That's what you want to see.
So now you can lock it.
Now I'll set the toe over here, lock it, lock it, lock it, lock it. I know I'm good.
Done.
That's how you get a perfect reading, guys. Don't think because it's a computer it's the smartest thing in the world. No, you got to be smarter than the computer.
Awesome. And we are done, guys. We are finished. We put some negative in that front camber, which is a good thing.
So the reason we went, once you sit in the car, you're going to be equally negative 1.5. The reason we did that because we're trying to do two things. We're trying to drag race, and if somebody calls it out, we'll roll race and we'll autocross, and we'll still stick with them. So we're pretty much set up for anything, right?
Nice.
Whatever they throw at us. So another big reason being at negative 1.5, there's no wiper on the front of the car.
Gotcha.
So once you take off, the front suspension will travel up, which the wheels will start coming out towards the positive side.
Gotcha.
So for a street car, this is where you want to be. Caster, unbelievably, I just barely touched the traction bars. We have it at positive 2.2 on each side, so it's going to drive as straight as an arrow. It's not going to pull nor left nor right.
Perfect.
As for the toe, we end up at negative 0.03. That's so we could turn a bit better. And also, even for drag racing, when you're taking off, wheels will try to tuck in a little bit, so that's going to work.
Nice. Alignment's done. Ivan's going to take me to a nice little road he uses. We'll let him drive PD and see how Project Driver feels. Let's get inside. Ivan actually has an RX-7 with a K24 turbo, right?
S2000 motor.
Oh, he's got an S2000 motor and an RX-7. How much power make? 600-700?
Around there.
Yeah,
around there.
Give or take around there. So he's real familiar with, you know, the...
Well, I love drag racing, right? I'm not a autocross guy, but due to the fact I've gotten so many customers with the fucking Corvettes, the exotic cars, you're driving them, they're driving them, and you kind of get like the hang for it. You're like, wow, like, this is fun. Feels good? How you feeling?
It's a fast car, man. I told you. I think this axle's shot. We're gonna get it back to the garage. We're gonna fix it. Ivan did a great job aligning the car. How's it feel?
It feels amazing. I mean, too bad we couldn't take it on the few turns because we're being cautious with the axle.
Yeah, I gotta get home.
Yeah, but on a straightaway where there's no vibration, it's moving.
Yeah,
it's moving. Yeah.
So let me get my ass to Manhattan. We're in the city. Man, it looks... Can't believe PD's in the city like that. It's like everybody looking at me like I'm crazy. It's all good. gonna head down to 53rd and 6th. Give me a nice gyro. Show you guys Friday's drop. We've got 3 different designs dropping. We've got 2 different shirts, and we've got a snapback that we're dropping with some awesome colors. You guys are gonna love it. I'll show you guys in the next clip, but it feels so weird driving this car like in the middle of Manhattan, man. PD, gunning. I know a lot of my followers are out of state, you know, out of New York, but this is a real famous strip right here. This is 6th Avenue. You got Radio City Music Hall. Times Square is on that side. I love this city, man. I never want to leave this city. I love New York. I love you, New York. Not you. This is the world famous halal, guys. 53rd and 6th. Me and the Gunners gonna have a car meet here this Saturday too. Watch. We're gonna link up. Let me see you, cousin. We're gonna link up in Macy's and then come over here and get some food. Best street food in New York. Crazy story about this place, right? First time I got put on, maybe like 8 years ago. The line used to go all the way to where it says roadwork. The line used to go from all the way over there to right here, this same spot. And it used to be $5 plates. You can get a mix, you can just get chicken, you can just get gyro, whatever it is. And now this place is like world renowned. They opened into like a chain. They're all over the country now. Crazy. It was 2 brothers that started right here. They were paying $10,000 a month just to have this stand here. Now they probably make over 50 million a year. Unbelievable, man. I love it. I love the underdog story. Got my food there. I'm gonna eat that at the garage, but I didn't forget to show y'all the drip. Yes, sir. So 4 colorways we're gonna drop these Friday, along with the Sienna tee and the sidearm tee. So we made it in like this dope royal blue. Gold gun is always on every keep gunning hat. We got it. The gun is the staple. I'm really feeling this red. Not for sale, cousin. Not for sale. Chill out. Thank you. All right. That's the drop. We got to get home. I got to get back to the garage. I got to change that axle, but I wanted to show you guys this. Drip. Meal was good. That meal was good. PD back in the garage. I'm gonna swap out that axle on the passenger side. I've got some spare ones back there. Always keep spare axles. So I'm just gonna check exactly what's wrong with this one, swap it, take it for a drive. Hopefully that gets rid of the death shake. So keep your fingers crossed right now, Gunners. Okay, I found the problem real easy. I had the wrong damn axle in there. I had an 06 to 11 SI, which is longer, so it's binding in here. It's pushed in too much. That's why I was getting that vibration and shake. But now I've got a shorter RSX Type S, because on EG, remember this, all you could use is RSX Type S 02 to 04. When you go to an EK, you have to use an 02 to 04 RSX on the driver's side, and the passenger side needs to be an 06 to 11. But that's fine. We've got plenty of spares here. I've got 1 more of these guys. I'm not selling them. I'm actually going to keep buying more. You can never have enough K-Series axles. I think that's the problem. Let's install this sucker here and go. That axle swapped, Gunners. So what I think what was going on was that since this one was so long, it was binding inside. So I swapped out this axle. I think that was the issue. I'm still happy that I changed those arms because we seen them, they were rotted. And we also seen that the ball joints were shot. So I didn't mess up the alignment neither because I did it from the ball joint. I didn't touch the top camber or anything. So I'm gonna put this wheel on, we're gonna go for a ride. It's hot as fish grease in here, Gunners. You lucky I love you, man. Lucky I love you. Yeah, it was the axle. Not vibrating no more. When I would make lefts like this, it would vibrate. I knew that that axle had an issue. So, yeah. It was the damn axle, man. It was too long. It was an 06 to 11 SI. Wow. Wow. All right. Let's put this suspension to the test. right. Yeah, it's right. It's right. It's right. Gunners, it's been a hot one, man. I'm done for today. I'm done. I'm done driving. I'm done doing everything. I need to be in the AC. Booty naked, too. Booty naked. I'm gonna try to get an update on Kobe tomorrow. Maybe I can drive over to CT, chop it up with my boy Spoon, and see what goes on from there. I'm glad I got the car aligned. I'm glad I got to fix some of the suspension stuff. Now it's not even in the back of my head. It was the axle. We fixed that. It's just mind-boggling because I've done a lot with this car with that axle, and I just don't understand, like, how did it? I don't know, man. Whatever. It's weird. It's part of racing. It's the fun part. Please don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe, put your notifications on, put your bells on. I'm going to start dropping the videos earlier, and we're just going to see who the notification gang is. So thank you, man. We're past 30,000 subscribers. Welcome to all the new subscribers. You guys are going to have a great time with this channel. We give back, we give information, we help each other out. I love you guys, man, from the bottom of my heart. Let me edit this video and put it up in the air for you guys, man. Keep gunning.